How can you see God? God, from our point of view, seems to be like invisible. And a lot of people say probably it's not there, like probably there's no God because I don't see it, science does not see it. And the people they think that science is extremely knowledged, and so if they don't find it, it's not there. And those people also usually think that they are extremely capable of seeing the truth, and so they think, okay, it's not there. But the reason why we don't see God, or let me say, in this case, I would have to say the reason why some people don't see God, is that is not the problem. There's not a problem that God has because it's not visible. It's the problem lies within you. You are not capable of seeing God because you don't resemble God enough. So God is a thing that we cannot understand. And the thing that we cannot it's not a thing that it's not a thing that we have not learned about yet. It is a thing that even if we learn about it, we cannot understand. So a thing that you cannot understand is a thing that you cannot define. So that's why the religions are not, all religions talk about God, but they're not, don't have a unified idea. Some think that it's a person. Others think that it's rather a force. And it is neither and both in a way. Because you cannot understand it. You cannot understand it, you cannot define it. What I can tell you about God is that it is the highest power, that it unifies the universe, and that it is good. It is the best that can happen to you. Okay, those are the things that I can tell you about God. And if you come to me and say you don't want to call it God because you think it's rather a force, none of us will be right. Because it cannot be defined in our terms. So it's not useful to discuss how exactly God is, because it cannot be defined. You might as well say, I want to believe in something, but I cannot believe in a person. And that's why you say, I believe that it is a force, or you call it the universe. Ultimately, it does not matter. What matters is that you align yourself with the will of that higher will. You have to align your will with that higher will. You have to resemble, to become like that will. And that will cannot be understood by us. You cannot comprehend it. You can comprehend that it wants you to be a loving, caring, respectful person that gives friendship. That is what you can understand. But that is not the will of the universe. That is the high, not understandable way of the universe. We can understand it only on a low level. And on the low level that we understand, it is to be a respectful, sharing, giving, loving person. And the more you do that, the more you completely become that type of person, the more you go to the edge of what you can be. And then from that edge you see further and you understand better what you can, you understand the will of this higher universe, of this higher things. You understand the will better, what it wants. You understand it better as soon as you reach the point of what you can understand about it. If you are completely loving, then you get to the point where you are at the border of yourself, and then you understand how you can do it better. And then you do a different thing, a better love, if you so want. And that brings you gradually, you train, you practice to gradually understand it better. And after some time, you will see God. So see, the question why you see God is not answered with God does not show it, does not show. God does show. Actually, Jesus even said that God will show. And Jesus used like a metaphor. And he said, nobody puts up a light and then puts a cup on it. So God wants to be seen. Jesus does not say a cup. Jesus uses like a cup for taking grain. There's a specific cup for taking grain when you're selling it. So that's what Jesus says, because that's a thing that he knew from his life. But if you think about it, it's like a cup. Okay, so nobody puts up a light, a candle, and then puts a cup over it. Jesus says the highest force that wants to give you light wants to be seen, because it's not stupid. That's kind of what it says. So it's not the problem of God that it does not want to be seen, or the higher things of the universe, or the universal will. It wants to be seen. And it's not the problem that it does not exist, because it does exist. The problem lies within you, that you are not aligned with it enough. And being perfectly loving and sharing and thinking about what people want and then giving them the right thing is not even the perfect alignment. That just aligns you so much that you can understand better how to be even better, to be even more aligned with that. And so gradually over time, at some point you will be aligned and aligned with that enough, with that will, with that God, with that universe. You will be aligned enough with the will of the universe after practicing, or even ever to get better always. At some point you will be aligned enough with that to see it. And even then you can see it even better if you align yourself more. So that is how to see God. It is within you to make yourself similar to that will.